Today is going to be a busy day. I'm planning to change the pots and add some soil to my plants. I have a variety of plants here and I'll be taking care of them. And one of the beauties I found and I didn't know I have, it's this Anthurium, and that's a Radicans and Luxurians together. It's a hybrid, so I'm like very excited to get and take care of it. So the first plant that I'm going to work on is my pink princess. It's beautiful leaves. It did had a new leaf since I bought it, and it was like what, 2 weeks ago. And here is another one coming, and I'm so excited. So I don't like the soil it grows in, so I'm going to add to it a different type of soil that's more chunkier, and I'll be keeping in the same size pot, so we can see that the roots are not coming out, which means that the plant it's okay in this pot. And I'm going to show you its roots. I want to get out as much of the soil as I can using my hands. Oh my gosh. And this is what I don't like in these plants, is that they have their roots like that when they are repotting it. I mean, they are starting them, and I don't like how they suffocate the leaves. So I'll be taking out that too. So this was around the leaves. Around the roots. And since here are two plants, they have two of them. So I'm going to take both of them out. When you're doing this, you need to make sure you're doing it gently. You don't want to hurt your leaves. Your roots and leaves too. Why not? And I'll show you in just a second how my two plants look like. So this is plant number 1, and this is plant number 2, and I'll be potting them together as well. So I'm adding this type of soil that's more chunkier, and I'll be planting the plants inside. I want to figure out how I wanted them to sit, so I can add the soil to them. I'll keep them same in 2 as it was. Maybe I'll twist it around a little bit so it doesn't really overlap too much. I like how it actually looks when it's fuller. So this is basically what's going to look like, and I'll be adding soil to it, and then it's gonna be done. So here it is. It's already potted. You can see that I got the beautiful leaves here. Here's the new one coming, and here it is. I'll be watering it, and now I'll do the same thing for my other pink princess. I just don't like how they look in this soil, so I want to take care of it, and I need to be very careful. Look at this one. This one is having a baby leaf right here. I need to be very careful. I don't want to break it. This is one nice plant as well. Has lots of leaves that are quite impressive, and a new leaf it's coming from here. So same thing, I'm just gonna take it off, check for roots. No, roots are not overgrown, so we're keeping it in the same pot. It's coming harder. Okay, what we have in here. And in here we have also huge beautiful roots that we will be freeing from the soil it is in, and we'll be freeing it from whatever is holding the leaves. I mean the roots. Why I keep saying the leaves? Well, I know why, because I have my alocasia, my huge alocasia infested with spider mites, and I have quite hard time just thinking of it, trying to figure out how to protect it so it doesn't die. That's my favorite plant. Oh my gosh, this is totally adorable. So let me show you guys. I showed you how here a small leaf is coming, but look right here. I'm making mess everywhere, but look right here. Oh my gosh, this is way too cute. I'm trying to see what are these. There is something in this plant I don't quite like. Look how it looks. It probably is their fertilizer, because there's lots of it and looks like fertilizer. I don't like how it looks on the plants. So here I am. I'm not going to separate this plant because it has lots of small growth just under the roots, around the roots, and I just don't want to, disturb that. Just want to, I'll leave it together as it was to let those that small growing still grow. Oh my gosh, it has a beautiful small leaf right here. Oh, I don't want to actually hurt my small leaf on this side. Okay. I will tell you, being a plant parent, it's actually fun. You get to see stuff that people don't see. When they go to store, they just see a house plant. They buy it. Like I was talking to one of my relatives, and she was like, "Oh, I want to buy a plant, even if it's only for like 3 months. I'll be excited to have it." And for me, it's like, oh my gosh, you have to unpot it, repot it, and you have to take care so it stays more than 3 months, right? But not everyone understands it. Not everyone likes the plants the way people who are plant parents like them. Not everyone understands it, and they just are okay with 3 months. And I'm like, oh, if you see the roots, if you knew what's inside there, like in this plant, it's really amazing. Actually, I really love how it has all those small, and look at this one. Look here, small leaf here, small leaf here, and so many are coming from under. I'm like so excited to see it growing. So this was my pink princess, and I'm really amazed with it. I'll need to clean a little bit. I did make a lot of mess here and have to vacuum, but for right now, these were my two pink princesses, both beautiful plants. The leaves are amazing. I'm like super in love with it. Well, I bought this plant because of this leaf, and look at the new one. Still adorable. I really love these pinks on them. So these two plants are repotted. Now we'll get next to the next ones. My next plant to be repotted is going to be this Radicans and Luxurian hybrid. I'll be honest with you, I have no idea when I purchased it. I didn't even know if I checked for any pests, but it looks dirty, but it has nothing that can be very hazardous. It does need to be clean, like it has these leaves and this dryness. And oh, I think I broke something right now. Oh, nothing, just okay. So I'm going to be repotting this one. I have no idea how I missed it. I'm pretty sure I was excited to get it. I just don't know when I got it. And there is no date on this plant. So I'm happy with it. I'm happy I have it. And it definitely needs to be repotted. So I'll be very gentle about the roots. and I'll be trying my best to clean. They look like they can snap at any time. Oh my gosh, I have here a new something coming out. It's very green. The roots are not green, the roots are white, but we got something green coming out. So I don't want to disturb it too much. So I guess I'm going just to leave it this way as it is. It's a baby plant. I don't want to really hurt the roots. And here's something, I don't know what's that, but it's green. So hopefully something good for the plant. Poor plant was really, really ready to be repotted. So same for this plant, I'm going to use some arid mix, and then I'll have the plant right here. Maybe too much. I want it a bit more down. Still too much. Like that. How about that? Yes. This will look absolutely great. I'm really pleased that I have this plant. I'm telling you, I bought it from somewhere. I know when I got it. We went on vacation and I came home and I had a plant mail from I don't know what time. Somehow it got right that weekend home, and that's where I had it. So that's why I couldn't, for the life of me, I couldn't think what was the name of the plant, and I saw locks and rod and never thought of it that it can be a luxurious. So I got this plant like for, I think, $13. Yeah. Oh, I need to check this nursery. I wonder what nursery did I got from. I'll have to go through my emails and check because it's a pretty good plant and not expensive. And look, I forgot about it. I have no idea how it kept so long alive. Must be a tough plant. That looks pretty. Now it's gonna be taken care of. These two plants I got from Trader Joe's, and they are not very well potted. So this is the philodendron silver sword. Very nice. It was like, I think $5 or $4 or something. So I thought, why not? And this is the philodendron. I have no idea how to say it. Gildeni. I don't know. It's like something like that. So I'm going to pot them as well. Everything the same. Take it out of their medium. Oh gosh. This would need a little bit of, this needs to be a little bit watered before done. I apparently forgot to take care of them for a while, but I'll have them moisten and then I'll release the roots. So once I cleaned the roots for these two philodendrons, I noticed that they are super, super dry. That's how I purchased them. So I decided to put them in water for a little bit until I'm done with everything else, and then we can get back to them. Next in line for a pot is an Anthurium cobra. I got this Anthurium for, I actually got both of these Anthuriums for like, I think $12 altogether. The lady wanted to just get rid of them, didn't have time to repot them, so I mean, it was my lucky day. So you can see that the price was 28 and it had 50% off, but because I was coming out of another state, she decided to give it to me for cheaper. Tell me about it. Tell me something about it. What do you guys see? Not sure if I want now to repot it in here. Maybe I do. Okay, how about for right now we do repot it in here, and then I'll have to find a larger pot for it, just because at the moment I have tons of pots. I just finally cleaned all my stuff around, and everything is so stacked on each other, so like all the pots, so it doesn't take so much space, you know. And right now I really don't feel like going in there and going through all my pots and finding, so I'll be just giving it a little bit of new home. They still like, philodendrons like to be um, snuggled, so this plant is not gonna particularly suffer from being in a smaller pot. So I feel comfortable with this plant being in a smaller pot. They need to be snuggled. These are snuggly plants. They snuggle. They're super super cute too. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Now you can see the roots better. The plant is super healthy. It's super super healthy. I'm actually excited that I was at that shop right at that moment, and I got my plants. I actually never heard of Anthurium cobra before, so this is something new to me. Anybody, I don't know exactly how to do this because I still wanted to go inside. Oh, oh, I just snapped a root. It was unintentional, I promise. So I just add soil to it. I'll be probably, it's gonna be a good idea to have my Anthurium collection. Oops, that's the wrong one. And talk about it and talk about my Anthuriums and showing it off. I have a lot of Anthuriums too. Like I do have lots of Alocasias, as you probably saw in my last video. And I also have lots of Anthuriums and Philos. And here it is, a beautiful cobra. In case you didn't know about this plant, it does exist. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to make sure that there is soil around the roots and it's not just empty. And I'm not sure if I like how I'm repotting it, but I think for a little bit until I find it's another pot for it. I feel like I want to find a beautiful pot for my Anthurium. I feel like it needs a beautiful pot. Oh my god, these roots are so healthy that now I'm like super excited to find it a new pot. And let me still knock on the pot and add more. Yes, this plant definitely needs a bigger pot, but it's going to do good for right now. It's gonna be a struggle to water it, but hey, yeah, this is a beautiful plant. I'm like super excited. Cobra, that's so pretty. And my next one is an Anthurium superbum. Also was like $32 and it was 50% on sale, but as I said, the lady decided to give it to me for cheaper than that. Forgot to put the name tag back on my cobra. And then, you know, I always think, oh, I'll remember. Oh, look at this. Just look at this. I always think, oh, I will remember what plant it was, right? And then I'm like, what plants is this? I got like so many and it's just literally hard to remember. So you want to remember that these plants have roots just like our orchids, so they don't like dense soil. And I do understand that nurseries, they probably put the cheapest soil they have. They know that the plant is going to be okay for a while, and they just put the cheapest plant, so you know they don't pay too much. But anthuriums, um, their roots are literally like orchids roots, you see, and they need a soil that's not too dense. They need soil that, oh, this one is easier to repot. They need soil that actually give them lots of drainage, soil that it's not too heavy on them, when watered, soil that can let the extra water go through so it doesn't hurt the roots. So for Anthurium, definitely use a soil that is more airy, a soil that can be actually going through the water and not be stuck there, and then keep an eye on them. Because with chunky soil, you need to remember that you need to actually water your plants more often, because the water goes through and then it dries, versus when it's very dense, the dense soil, it's hard. So look at my superbum now. This is amazing. I bought one huge superbum from a store, and I don't know what I did to it, but it didn't survive on me. I mean, it's still there. I still have it, just not doing well. Not doing well at all. So the next one is going to be probably the elephant ears. So I'll be repotting the Alocasia silver dragon. And let me see if I can take this off so I can actually add it to my new pot I want to put it in. It's going to be a slightly larger pot. I just noticed that when I switched my regal shield Alocasia to a larger pot, it started to do a lot better. So I said I'm going to quarantine them and not do it right away, but I just, you know, can't help but doing it. This is too cute. Look here. Look at a new baby leaf, and oh my gosh, and look how many new are coming too. So I'll be very careful. I suspect that there might be worms inside. Oh gosh, yes. This needs to be repotted. This definitely needs to be repotted. Poor plant, I'm telling you. This, okay, I'm actually very glad I didn't wait it, because I just feel sorry. And you guys need to be very careful with alocasias, because their roots snap very fast, and you don't want to hurt your plant. I cannot believe it. It's so overgrown that I literally cannot unbound it. Like, I just can't. It's so full of roots. I cannot put my fingers through. I cannot do anything to it. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to press it in here. Yeah. Man, but I want to kind of let the roots feel better. I don't know. Let me think for a second what I'm going to do with it. So I actually tried cheese water. No luck. I cannot do anything to this plant to actually do anything to the roots. So I'm just going to take the risk and pot it this way. I think it's going to be just fine, but I wanted to release the roots a little bit. It has lots and lots of new babies in there, which I don't want to hurt either. So I'm just going to add soil to it and hope that the plant going just to be fine. I think it's gonna be just fine. It just, you know, me being a super protective mom, not only to my kids, but also to my plants. I lose sleep over these plants. My beautiful, beautiful plants. So as you can see, I just added here are the worms that were outside. I still leave it outside. I'll have to definitely wash this because now my hands are in soil and definitely made a mess of my plant. I'll be cleaning it soon. It's gonna be very easy process for me. Okay, so for the next one, I'm just curious to know how the roots look on those ones because those are huge, huge, huge leaves. So I think I'm gonna add for them soil actually because those are not this big. I just wanted to add a bigger pot because you know you want to check on them once a year, change the soil and all that. So this is my corazon. Can you see it? Yes. And these are the huge, huge leaves. So let's see what's inside you, friend. Same thing. Same thing. Lots of roots, worms. So I'll try to release as much of the leaves and clean everything that's dry as possible. But you know, I don't want to really stress it. I just got them and I don't want them to be overly stressed because they are still getting used to my house and all that. But I do want to take some of the topsoil off. And here, there's gonna be my beautiful plant. I want it to be a little bit taller, just like this. And gosh, it looks a lot more better in this pot. It looks really like, you know, hey, look at me, I'm here to be pretty in green, or in this case in silver. This plant is silver. I wanted to make sure it's in the middle. Oh, so exciting. Actually, very exciting to have plants. Right now I'm thinking, should I just make one long video about how I'm repotting these plants? Or should I break it down to each category, you know? Because not everyone has interest in all the plants. I know people who are just crazy about philodendrons, but might not like anthuriums. I know people who don't like all the anthuriums or all philodendrons. Like, I don't like the forgetty. I think forgetty. Yeah, I don't like the one that it's like just a round leaf. And I noticed that I have one. It's a baby leaf. That's why I probably didn't know I have it. Um, but you know, I like all the other ones, but that one is not specifically my favorite. So I understand that not all the people are interested in all the plants. But here's me trying to go through my day. I started to repot. I didn't mean to repot all these plants today, but I was so bummed about my alocasia, my large alocasia, that I was like, I need to do something to just take my mind out of it because I'm literally like, you know, so heartbroken. That's the plant that, you know, if, for example, there is a fire, well, hope there's no fire because I want all my plants with me. But that's one of the plants that I would be like just crying over. I literally was crying today. I was like, my kid, my youngest, oh gosh, look at this. Look at this. These are roots, okay? These are roots. My youngest one was kept saying, "Don't cry, mom. I'm sorry about your plant. Are you, mom, okay?" So I was feeling so bad that I'm actually making her sad too. But you know, I really was sad about losing that plant. Not, I mean, I didn't lose it, but you know, when you have spider mites, you want to be ready for everything, you know, you want to. So this is my corazon plant. This is the Anthurium radicans. This is the superbum. That is the cobra. This needs to be repotted. These are my princesses. This is my silver dragon, and this is Maharani. I don't have too much memory in my phone, and obviously I have to upload this video first, and then I'll continue the journey of the other plant. I'm out of memory, so I have to be quick. I'm going to be repotting the ones, my philodendrons, my silver sword. Unfortunately, my phone is full of videos that haven't been yet posted and I cannot delete them, and my iCloud is full. So all I'm actually doing is just adding the